Another goaltender death. This is the third goalie death that has been trending around the top of the Associated Press news. This has been recently. Okay, this has all been around a month with these three goalie deaths. Now, this is Hall of Famer Bernie Parent, who led the Philadelphia Flyers to 2 Stanley Cup titles. Now he dies. Anchored the net for the Flyers. Only 2 Stanley Cup championships in the 70s during their Broad Street Bullies heyday. The Flyers made the announcement Sunday but provided no details. Parent died overnight in his sleep, former teammate Joe Watson says. So, a former teammate is the authority in this death in letting the Associated Press know. You see Joe Watson right there. And you see the number one here. You see the number one here with Bernie Parent, which is this goalie's name. And the last goalie that died, Yakimin, he had number one on his jersey as well. So you see another number one there. So Joe Watson announces the death, the former teammate of this goaltender. Watson, a star defenseman of the Stanley Cup team, said by phone that he saw Parent and other former Flyers players at a function Friday night. Okay. I'm still looking for a cause of death here. Right? I mean, an older athlete, but where's it at? Parent's bad back, he said. This is the reason Bernie was in such pain. He could hardly walk. He had a great time, but I felt bad because he was in such terrible pain. To see this happen, it's very sad. Parent's steel-eyed stare through his old-school hockey mask landed him on the cover of Time magazine in 1975 when the Flyers reigned, as one of the marquee teams in sports. He won Stanley Cup, Conn Smythe, and Vezina trophies in back-to-back seasons when the Flyers captured the Stanley Cup in 74 and 75, the first expansion team to win the championship. So, and then they go on to just name, his accomplishments. They said he was accidentally struck in the right eye with a stick in 1979 and was temporarily blinded. He never played again, retiring with 271 wins, 231 of them for the Flyers over a 13-year career. He also played for the Bruins and Toronto Maple Leafs, according to Google. But how did he die? An older guy. How did Bernie Parent die? Right? So I asked Google, and I guess they say he had back pain, but so I guess we're no details. The Flyers made the announcement Sunday, right? Joe Watson said, former teammate of the Flyers, but no details are given. Man, it may almost be nicer to, figure out what's going on and then release the story. Maybe that would be a better route to go. But this guy dies at 80 years old, okay? This guy dies at 80. And look at that, because in the language, his last name Parent equals 88. And you see 80 is like 88. You see that? You drop the 0 with numerology rules, right? 8, 88. And here we go again, because one more time that connects to Donald Trump. Just like the other two goalie deaths. You see Ken Dryden right there, another goalie that died recently. Remember, we got 3 goalies dead now recently. Okay, what is it with the goalie? Notice goaltender equals 47 like Trump. Ken Dryden's birthday, August 8, 88, like Trump, but he was born in 47 even. So parent 88, dead at 80, Trump equals 88, Ken Dryden dead, born 88, Trump equals 47, Ken Dryden born in 47, goaltender equals 47. Even Ed Yakaman dies. Rangers and Red Wings Hall of Fame goaltender. You see that one that I mentioned earlier, like Parent. This guy died of natural causes, and natural causes equals 88. Even natural equals 48 like Donald Trump. So 3 goalie deaths all connected to Trump. What is it with goaltenders? So what kind of symbolism here with goaltenders? Explain the NHL goaltender's job. Dude, we're going to see something in the language here. I mean, I know what a goaltender is, but maybe there's something with the words here, because there's something to this. Prevent the puck from entering their team's net by stopping shots and making saves. They wear the mask, which is interesting. They wear the mask, but that's weird how they have an 88 right there. So yeah, that's 3 goalie deaths recently, and they all hit at the top of the Associated Press news, right at the top for all to see. And they're all connected to Donald Trump, right? NHL, National Hockey League. So what teams did we have involved here with all of these deaths? We have the Bruins with this death. This guy. What else did they say? Well, you see the Flyers right there. The other team was the Toronto Maple Leafs that this guy was a part of. You have the Red Wings and the Rangers with Ed Yakaman. And then Ken Dryden, Montreal Canadiens. So, interesting. And I mean, even this guy, Bernie Parent, he's even born in 1945, and Donald Trump, the 45th president, along with the 47th, which I forgot to mention earlier. Was it Ken Dryden, born in 47? Ken Dryden, born in 47. Goaltender 47. So it's interesting stuff, man.
Philadelphia Flyers legend Bernie Parent has passed away at the age of 80. Widely regarded as one of the greatest goalies in NHL history, Parent led the Flyers to their only 2 Stanley Cup championships in 1974 and 1975, winning the Conn Smythe and Vezina trophies in both seasons. Known for his iconic mask and steel-eyed stare that once landed him on the cover of Time magazine, Parent's dominance in the net made him the heart of the Flyers' Broad Street Bullies era. He retired in 1979 with 271 career wins, most of them with Philadelphia after an eye injury ended his career. Today, the hockey world mourns a true legend. Rest in peace, Bernie Parent. HK, heartbreaking.
And that they say a career-ending eye injury he suffered, and they had that 74 Stanley Cup win. Reverse 74, you get 47 like Trump. Ken Dryden, born in 47, goaltender equals 47. What about eye injury? He had the eye injury that ended his career. Eyes got 46. Donald Trump is born in 46. And look at the video over here from the Ken Dryden death, the other goal, one of the other goalies that died. Look, Ken Dryden equals 46. Donald Trump born in 46. You see that right there? So I equals 46 as well. Eye injury equals 48 like Donald Trump. Eye injuries got that 48 like Donald Trump too. Even with the Ed Yakaman death, look at this video from, it says 6 days ago. You see that right there? I made this. Donald John Trump 185, New York Rangers 185. So you get, look, there it is right there. I showed Donald Trump, and I think that was on the fly. That might have been on the fly. I can't remember. Yeah, that one was on the fly, and it was all connected to Trump again. And there's where I bring up Ken Dryden, his death during that with the 8/8 birthday, born in 47, when Trump equals 88 and 47. Wild, huh? Okay, so obviously, I have some more here. Natural causes 88 with the death of Ed Yakaman. Now, this new goalie death with Bernie Parent. Okay, look, he played for the Philadelphia Flyers. That's what they're noting here. But they have other teams he's connected to. But 2 Stanley Cup titles with the Philadelphia Flyers. I mean, Donald Trump was shot in the ear during an assassination attempt at a campaign rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. So you get Pennsylvania connected here. And that Charlie Kirk energy is still lingering with his assassination. So now you get this Philadelphia Flyer goaltender connected to Trump without even like me wanting to do that. It's just too obvious to point out. Now you get this Pennsylvania connection. And remember, died at age 80. You get that 8 in there, which is big time connected to Trump. 2 Stanley Cup titles. Remember, Trump has the Trump Tower, which is like Twin Tower. Twin like 2. Donald John Trump equals 220 in the language. Like 22, right? T's the 20th letter of the alphabet, like 2. This Philadelphia Flyer, 2 Stanley Cup titles. Now, the Flyers had this guy on their team at one point. I remember Donald Brashear. Come on, man. And he's one number less than 88. He's got 87 on his jersey. Come on, man. Donald Brashear. So you get Donald. And Donald Brashear may have been most known for his time with the Flyers. He was on some other teams, the Washington Capitals, the Montreal Canadiens, but I was pretty much kind of like still into hockey during this guy's career, and I most notably note him as a member of the Flyers. I think that was more of his prime, but he's got the name Donald. Okay? He's got the name Donald, right? Donald Brashear right there. He does got that B like Bernie Parent too. But Donald, American Canadian former ice hockey player. I'm thinking about Bernie Sanders too with this goalie death. It kind of makes me think of, oh, did I say Bernie Sanders? Yeah, Bernie Parent with the goalie death makes me think of Bernie Sanders. And obviously, you see the political connections here with Donald Trump. And Bernie Sanders' birthday was, look at that, just over a week ago. You see that right there? Or about 2 weeks ago, roughly, whatever, right there. You see that? And that's that Queen Elizabeth II death date anniversary. Well, Queen Elizabeth II actually died September 8th. So it may be easier to say it like that. And you get another two, right? You get another two connected, right? So remember, Joe Watson announces this death. The Flyers made the announcement Sunday but provided no details. Joe Watson, Sunday. So notice how Sunday left 101 days in the year and Philadelphia equals 101 in the language. Goaltender equals 101. And I show you real nice there how that cipher, it's the same cipher, ABC 123, Z. Z would be 26. There's no Z there though, but 26 letters in the alphabet. Look at that right there. Come on, you. This announcement, this death, the day leaving 101 days when Philadelphia equals 101 and goaltender equals 101. Really? Don't forget hockey. H is the eighth letter of the alphabet. This guy dies at 80. Don't forget that when parent equals 88. With that 88 that connects to Trump. Even Trump's mom died at 88, which is a new one that I just added to the tool belt recently. This 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 guy, this former teammate who made the announcement of this death, or he confirmed it or whatever, he's born in 43, Joe Watson. That's Bernie Parent's birthday, 4-3, April 3rd. And this last birthday for Bernie Parent, the 93rd day of the year, Philadelphia Flyers equals 93. How about that? 93 hit with the Cardi B breakdown I just did. Am I the Drama is the name of the new album, released Friday, I believe. 93, Am I the Drama? Cardi B recently won a civil trial on September 3rd, 9-3, when a jury found her not liable in a 2018 assault case. Remember, this goalie, a member of the Broad Street Bullies, Philadelphia Flyers team, known for the rough stuff, bullies, assault. You see that? Now, Joe Watson made the announcement of this death, and the Philadelphia Flyers, former teammate here. Look at his birthday is 7/6, July 6. He played for the Flyers, as did his dead goaltender now, Bernie Parent. Well, look at the NBA team for Philadelphia, the 76ers, and Joe Watson's got that 7/6 birthday. 50 Cent has that 7/6 birthday as well. Curtis, James, Jackson the third, Jackson, Watson, even Joe J. like Jackson. But notice 50 Cent's full name as I do this. He's almost born in 76 as well, 1 year before 50 Cent. Curtis, James Jackson III. Curtis, Sonny Curtis just died. Crickets member who penned Mary Tyler Moore Show theme dies. Look, he died at 88, man. Now parent equals 88 with these 88 connections to Trump. Jeez, right? So what are the odds Curtis is going to connect here a couple of different ways? Even 50 Cent's middle name is James, like Charlie Kirk. Kirk Curtis, which I went over that connection. There's been so many connections to the Kirk character. Middle name James, even Jimmy Kimmel trending with Charlie Kirk. Jimmy, James, right? Same thing. Jimmy, James. There's other James too recently. It's getting overwhelming. Isn't that wild? Philadelphia's got P like parent too. Don't forget it all begins with the language. Do not forget that. It all starts with the language, y'all. It looks like there's another video I'm going to attempt to play. Let me reset this. Let's try to get this other video in.
Bernie Parent just left us at 80. Philly's ironclad goalie, the heart of those 74 and 75 Stanley Cup wins, was more than a player. He was an icon. They called him Only the Lord Saves More Than Bernie for a reason. His steel stare under that old school mask, untouchable. Number 1 retired, Flyers forever.
This is all AI, man. That they say that steel glare or whatever, Philadelphia, like Pennsylvania, like Pittsburgh Steelers in the NFL.
Number 1 retired.
Don't forget Trump's ear, they say, was shot in Butler, Pennsylvania. And Jimmy Butler played for the Philadelphia Flyers, one of his teams as well. Right? Another one. Goaltenders got that 52, like President, Government, and White House have 52, along with 47 with goaltender and President, Government, and White House. Government's got the G like goalie. Goalie equals 113 like politics, 49 like Washington. Flyers has 77 like United States, 31 like Donald. Philadelphia equals 61. Donald John Trump. John equals 61 and 16. Parent equals 29 like Trump. To go with that 88. Parent has the 74. Trump equals 47. I think they said he was a 74 and 75 Stanley Cup champion the years. Jeez. Bernie Parent's got that 71 in reverse reduction. Remember, that's the 20th prime number. Trump, T, the 20th letter of the alphabet. Hall of Famer's got the 52, like President, Government, and White House as well. Wow, Hall of Famer equals 200. And Donald Trump's birthday leaves 200 days in the year. You even get one. He even died 171 days after his birthday. 171. Bernie Parent equals 71. And I just told you that's the 20th prime number. Trump, T, the 20th letter of the alphabet. So wild stuff. His last birthday had that 52 date numerology as well. Goaltender 52, Hall of Famer 52. Solid connections. Cardi B with that connection. B like Bernie. Remember parent. P like Philadelphia. There's probably something to Flyers as well. I mean, we're about 2 weeks after the 9/11 anniversary, roughly. Planes. That's interesting. Planes has P like parent, P like Philadelphia. You got that Flyers, right? Even Bernie Sanders with that birthday on the 8th. This guy dead at 80. Parent equals 88. 80 is like 8. Damn. So another one, just another one, man. Another goalie death. How many more? How many more trending stories with goaltender deaths? So there's something with the goaltender, maybe, possibly, besides these connections with the language. And the numerical values really help make it pop, right? And this is all facts. Hall of Famer Bernie Parent, who led the Flyers of Philadelphia to 2 Stanley Cup titles, dies. Or maybe, dies at 80. Maybe there's something with the NHL where people are just being given up. National Hockey League. What? How many years? How many? Well, we're about to have the NHL season start. Let's look at the Flyers real quick. Look at their record last season, 33 and 39. Let's look at the Philadelphia Flyers. Philadelphia Flyers. Let's see here.
The Flyers won 3-2 yesterday against the Islanders in a
Yeah.
shootout.
Look, they're so the preseason is underway, so that's interesting. They lost yesterday, and yesterday was the death date. It was 3-2 right there. Where is it at here? Okay, so yeah, they won yesterday 3-2. They won 3-2. Let me see if there's a 32 somewhere. On the Flyers equals 32, goalie equals 32. In reverse reduction. Goalie 32, Flyers 32. Remember, Donald equals 23. And the score was 3-2, which equals goalie and Flyers. And it's 3-2 on the day that this legendary goalie dies for the Flyers. Man, it looks like they played tomorrow against the Canadiens. That's the team that Ken Dryden was on. The other goaltender that died, one of them. So when does the season kick off? It looks like the season kicks off October 9th against the Panthers, from what I'm seeing right here. Okay, so, geez, right? Okay, I mean, that's the breakdown. Another goalie death, and it's connected to Donald Trump. I'll catch y'all next time.